Hey everybody, I decided to make another video just to kind of get things rolling. I want to have a lot of videos eventually. But today I decided that I would talk about the dreams that I've been having about baby. My first dream was in a baby store, and I had the baby, and it was a boy, and we were walking around and I saw a walker that I liked, and so I was like, oh, let's try this out. So I put the baby in the walker, and it started, kind of toddling around, trying to pull himself around. But then somehow the walker magically transformed into like an inner tube or something, inflatable, and the baby, even though the baby wasn't big, it was just a normal sized baby, it like popped the walker. So I grabbed the baby and I was like, okay, let's get out of here so I don't have to pay for it. But my dad saw what happened. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, I'll pay for it. And so anyways, that was my first dream. It was kind of random. But it kind of got me thinking, oh, like people sometimes when they have dreams about their babies or about babies in general, maybe there's some information you could get from the baby. Like, for example, the baby was a boy, so maybe I'm going to have a boy. And I had that dream. I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, oh, that's just because I've got baby on my mind. And then I had another dream that we were at a party at a friend's house, and at first I didn't have the baby. Like, I wasn't even pregnant, and then all of a sudden I had this baby. And I thought, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do with this baby? And I knew it was mine. I knew that I'd given birth to it. I knew that it was my son. Yeah, a boy again. But I hadn't seen it until then, so it hadn't been changed, it hadn't been fed. I mean, it was dressed, but I didn't know who the heck was taking care of it, and before I got my hands on my baby. So I was really freaking out because I had never breastfed before. I've changed diapers before, but I'd never changed this baby's diaper, and it seemed really full because it was almost like it had never ever been changed before. So yeah, poor baby. I was walking all over the place trying to find a place to take care of the baby. There were people everywhere, and then in walks Barack Obama. I don't know. It's really weird. And he was telling me that Michelle was pregnant, and that they know what it's like to be in crowded places and in crazy situations where you need to take care of your baby. And so he's like, oh, let me bring you into another room. Nobody's in there, it's really quiet, and you can just nurse your baby and you can change the baby and whatnot. And so I was talking to him, and he was just a really nice, down-to-earth guy, and it was really cool. And then I woke up and I was kind of sad because I wanted to keep talking to him, but anywho's, that's my second baby dream, and it was about a boy. And then just last night I had another dream, and nothing really happened in my dream. I just remember holding this baby boy. But the funny thing about all of these dreams, okay, so number one, I think that I'm going to have a boy because I just keep dreaming about boys. Like, I can, you can't tell, you can't really tell that the baby's a boy, but the babies have all been dressed kind of boyishly, and that's the only clue that I have that it's a boy. Other than that, in my dream, I just know that it's a boy. So, so yeah, I kind of get the hint from my dream. Maybe I'm having a boy. But the funny thing is that these boys, they don't look anything like my husband or me, my husband or I. They are, both my husband and I are brown. We're about this skin tone. We have black hair, brown eyes, we're darker complexioned, and all of my babies in my dreams are a lot more fair. They have fair skin and light brown eyebrows and light brown hair. So it's kind of funny. It's almost like I could imagine people walking up to me and being like, oh, is that your baby? Or, you know, what does the father look like? Because the baby doesn't look like you. Or, you know, stuff like that. And so I think it's kind of funny. I know that lots of times babies are born fair. Like my little brother, he was, when he was born, he was really fair. He looked Chinese. And I'm a little bit Chinese. He was fair skinned, but he had Chinese eyes, and he had black hair and black eyebrows and brown eyes, but he had really fair skin. And now he's really dark because he's always out in the sun. But yeah, so I don't know. I really don't think that my son in my dream looks like me, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the baby looks like. We also decided to nickname the baby Twix until we find out what the gender is. I don't think I'm really going to keep its name a secret or anything. I don't really care if people know what the name is. But I won't talk about that until I find out the gender. So, what else? Oh, we decided to name the baby Twix for now because it's short for betwixt, and it kind of represents this time of pregnancy and how I'm in between being a mom and not being a mom. So it's kind of this ambiguous time where I almost don't really know who I am. Like, I'm not just a woman, and I'm not a mother yet. I'm in between, and also we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so we're kind of in between that as well. Anyways, just wanted to jump on YouTube and say hi and talk a little bit more about baby, because that's really all that I can think about right now. I'm sure that those of you who are pregnant or who have been pregnant can attest to that. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great day and a great week, and I will see you all later. Bye.